an island state, access to Tasmania is extremely critical. So when an access carrier like the Spirit of Tasmania really elevates or significantly increases the capacity that it brings into the state, it's really important that we prepare for that and really get our industry ready to leverage the opportunity as well.
I'm Anne Greentree. I'm the Director of Visitor Economy Strategy and Research at Tourism Tasmania. We're going to explore who the caravan and motorhome visitor is, where they go, what they spend, and a range of other important information that will help not only our tourism businesses, but parks and wildlife, government agencies and local councils, very importantly, cater for this market.
We obviously get the bulk of our visitors coming through our major airports, but we also get a proportion of visitors coming through the Spirit of Tasmania. And these are visitors that are coming with their caravans and camper vans, but also with their cars. And what we see from this market is that they're more likely to disperse out into our regions.
Tourism Tasmania has developed a detailed market profile, which is available on tourismtasmania.com.au. To develop this module, we've used two data sources. Importantly, the Tasmanian Visitor Survey provides a range of information on all of our visitors, and this is no different for the caravan and motorhome market. So we've used the TVS to inform this market profile. In addition, in 2022, Tourism Tasmania commissioned BDA Marketing Planning to better understand the mainland owner market of caravans and motorhomes. And both of these data sources have enabled us to provide a really detailed market profile to help us attract and retain these visitors. In this segment, we're going to explore 5 areas of this market. Firstly, we're going to look at who they are. Who is the caravan and motorhome visitor? Secondly, where do they go? Thirdly, where do they come from? What do they like to do? And lastly, we're going to look at who is that mainland caravan and motorhome owner market. Firstly, some key insights overall about this market. Most importantly, caravan and motorhome visitors travel further around our state, they stay longer and they spend more. The average spend per visitor is double non-caravan and motorhome visitors at $4,700 per visitor. The average length of stay is 25 nights and the average spend per night is about 187. Compared to those visitors who don't travel in a caravan or motorhome, these visitors have a lower spend per visitor, they stay less time, but they have a much higher spend per night. Regardless, both market segments have a critical role to play for Tasmania's visitor economy. They both contribute in different ways. The caravan and motorhome visitor contributes 221 million visitor spend each year directly, and much of this is into our regions. So both play a different but important role for Tasmania's visitor economy. 2. Who is this visitor? 29% of the caravan and motorhome visitors come from New South Wales, about 22% from Queensland, a bit lower from Victoria at 18%, and interestingly, our international visitors make up 18% of caravan and motorhome visitors. All caravan and motorhome visitors spend the majority of their time travelling through our regions, with a 98% share of nights outside of Hobart. This market particularly disperses well right across the state. About 40% of this market will stay in caravan parks, 37% not in a caravan park, for example, in a local council area or in a parks and wildlife campground, and the remainder, 23%, will stay in accommodation with friends and relatives, for example.
What do caravan and motorhome travellers, what do they not love about visiting Tasmania? It is such a delightful destination. It's so unique and it's so beautiful. And having a caravan or a motorhome enables the visitor to really get out, explore the wild and wilderness of what Tasmania as a state can offer. It allows you a great deal of freedom in travelling and discovering really amazing wildlife, fauna. It's the beauty that attracts people and the people as well. Tasmanians are just so friendly and so amazing and so welcoming. There's so much that Tasmania offers to caravan and campers.
So why do caravan and motorhome visitors come to Tassie? Like all visitors, they're drawn to our wilderness, our wildlife, history and heritage, and of course to our great food, wine and distilleries right across the state. This market enjoys a really broad range of attractions And because they travel right across the state, they explore it from top to bottom and east to west, from the Nut in Stanley to the Bay of Fires and Fraser National Park on the east coast. On the west coast, they love the Gordon River Cruise in Cradle Mountain, and then down south, Salamanca Markets and Port Arthur Historic Site are top attractions. A final bit of data that we found out about this market is that they, by far, look for great parks and great campgrounds, the key driver for where they're going to visit. Cleanliness and the overall condition of the park is critically important, given that they're generally staying for longer. And the other important factors for this market are experiences for their kids and broader park facilities.
When we look at how the tourism industry can best leverage the caravan park industry, I think the most crucial part of understanding the caravan industry is that it has a great deal of dispersal into the regional areas of Tasmania. When we think of traditional tourism, it could be that people are just going to the major cities, the capital cities. But with the caravan and camping industry, they really get out and disperse more broadly than any other industry. Caravan and camping industry in Tasmania are providing at least 25% of visitor nights. So it's a key, crucial part of Tasmania's tourism industry.
Well, clearly the touring visitor market's vitally important to Devonport. The majority of people travelling in caravans and RVs arrive into Devonport and leave from Devonport. We are the welcome and the farewell point for visitors to the state. So we do know that they arrive in Devonport and disperse across the north of the state, of which Devonport's a great location for that because you can get to the west coast, you can get to the east coast, you can get to Launceston easily within that day. So for us, what we try and do is make Devonport a compelling destination in its own right and encourage that visitor market to come back into Devonport early before they disembark on the Spirit of Tasmania.
Caravanning Tasmania has a very important role. We collaborate with tourism bodies to market Tasmania as a premier destination for caravanners and motorhome travellers.
So how does this market get their information? Word of mouth is by far the most important source of information. Excluding social media, they will take their recommendation from people they know. So what's my best advice for you in taking advantage of this caravan and motorhome market? One, make sure you provide a great experience. Have clean and great facilities. And one of the great things you can use is the new Tourism Tasmania app. As a market segment that love exploring attractions right across the state, the app will really help you recommend and build itineraries for your visitors staying with you. The second bit of advice is tap into their social media channels. Word of mouth, social media groups are really the key ways that this market segment get their information. And I can't encourage you more than to get involved with their social media community groups.
I think what's really important for the tourism industry to know is that a lot of the caravan parks are major accommodation providers in that region. So it's really important that caravan parks work cohesively and collaboratively with the other tourism providers in the area, creating a value proposition that will get the caravan and camper to come and visit your particular region as opposed to another region. Sometimes we all work in little silos, and I think it is really important that if you're a tourism provider in Tasmania, that you reach out to your local caravan park and ask, hey, is there any possibility that we can work together on this? Quite often I'm working with caravan parks to try and put together some marketing proposal and proposition. And I've had some amazing success with local distilleries, local wineries, local cheese producers. We will package up accommodation with attractions so that we are benefiting the local region, because they're coming for a whole of region experience. They're not just coming to visit your attraction or that caravan park. They're coming for the whole region. I think that it's important that as a tourism community, we come together and we see what mutual benefits there can be in order to drive tourism to our particular area. And as we know, the economic benefits that brings to our town is exponential. It's a huge industry, and I think it's one that's going to absolutely grow. We're ready to welcome the tourists, not only from interstate, intrastate, but also from overseas to Tasmania. We're really looking forward to it because we've done a lot of hard work improving our facilities, focusing on the guest experience.
Well, that's the end of this segment. I hope you enjoy the detailed market profile on tourismtasmania.com.au, and we look forward to welcoming more caravan and motorhome visitors to Tasmania.